Think of emotional boundaries as invisible fences that protect your emotional well-being. These boundaries are essential for maintaining a healthy relationship with yourself and others. They define what you're comfortable with and what you're not okay with from others in terms of their behaviors, words, and actions. This clarity helps you navigate social interactions with confidence and ease. Having emotional boundaries means knowing where you end and another person begins. It's about recognizing your own identity and not losing yourself in someone else's emotions or expectations. It's about honoring your own feelings, needs, and values. When you respect your own emotional space, you can better understand and respect the emotional spaces of others. These boundaries act as guidelines for how you want to be treated. They serve as a personal code of conduct that helps you maintain your self-respect and dignity. They communicate what you will and will not accept from others. This communication is crucial for building trust and mutual respect in any relationship. This isn't about controlling other people. It's about taking responsibility for your own emotional experience. By setting boundaries, you empower yourself to manage your reactions and emotions effectively. It's about protecting your own emotional energy and well-being. When you safeguard your emotional health, you can engage with others more authentically and compassionately. When you have strong emotional boundaries, you feel safe and secure in your relationships. This sense of security allows you to connect with others on a deeper level. You feel free to be yourself, knowing that your feelings are respected. This freedom fosters genuine connections and meaningful interactions. You can say no without fear or guilt, and you're comfortable setting limits with others. This confidence in your boundaries enhances your overall emotional resilience and well-being. Imagine a house without walls. There's no privacy, no separation, and no sense of personal space. Relationships without emotional boundaries are much the same. They can feel chaotic, overwhelming, and even suffocating. Strong emotional boundaries are essential for building healthy, respectful, and fulfilling relationships. When you have clear boundaries, you can communicate your needs and expectations more effectively. This prevents misunderstandings, resentment, and conflict. It allows for more genuine connection. With healthy boundaries, you give yourself permission to prioritize your own well-being. You're not responsible for managing other people's emotions or fixing their problems. This allows for greater emotional freedom and authenticity in relationships. When emotional boundaries are weak or non-existent, relationships can become breeding grounds for resentment, anger, and emotional exhaustion. You might find yourself constantly giving more than you receive, feeling responsible for other people's happiness, or allowing others to dictate your emotional state. Without boundaries, you risk losing yourself in your relationships. You might feel taken advantage of, manipulated, or disrespected. This can lead to feelings of anxiety, depression, and burnout. It can even manifest in physical symptoms like headaches and fatigue. Poor boundaries often stem from a fear of rejection or conflict. You might say yes when you really mean no to avoid disappointing others. However, this only leads to resentment and frustration in the long run. Setting emotional boundaries is a powerful act of self-care. It allows you to protect your mental and emotional well-being by creating a safe space for yourself. It's about defining what you will and will not tolerate in your relationships. This clarity helps you maintain healthy interactions and avoid unnecessary stress. Start by identifying your needs and limits. Take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you and what you need to feel respected and valued. What makes you feel uncomfortable, disrespected, or drained? Recognizing these feelings is the first step in understanding where your boundaries need to be set. Once you know your boundaries, communicate them clearly and assertively. It's important to be direct and honest about your needs. Use I statements to express your feelings and needs without blaming others. This approach helps to avoid conflict and promotes understanding. For example, instead of saying you're always late, try I feel disrespected when you're late. This way, you focus on your feelings rather than accusing the other person. I need you to be on time. This statement clearly communicates your expectation and the importance of punctuality to you. Be consistent with your boundaries. Consistency reinforces the importance of your boundaries and helps others understand that you are serious about them. It can be tempting to give in when someone pushes back, but this only weakens your boundaries in the long run. Stand firm and stay true to your needs. Remember, setting boundaries is not about controlling others. It's about taking care of yourself. By setting and maintaining boundaries, you create a healthier and more balanced life for yourself. Section 5. No is a complete sentence. Examples of setting boundaries. Setting boundaries doesn't have to be confrontational. It can be done in a friendly and respectful manner. It can be as simple as saying no to requests that drain your energy or compromise your values. Remember, your well-being is important. For example, if a friend asks you to help them move for the third weekend in a row and you feel exhausted or have other plans, it's okay to say, "I'm so sorry, but I can't this weekend." You don't need to provide a lengthy explanation. "I need some time to myself." Taking time for self-care is crucial for maintaining your mental and emotional health. You can also set boundaries around how you want to be spoken to. Clear communication is key. If someone is yelling at you or being verbally abusive, it's important to stand up for yourself. You have the right to remove yourself from the situation. Walking away can be a powerful way to assert your boundaries. You can say, "I'm not okay with being spoken to like this." It's important to express your feelings clearly and firmly. "I'm going to leave now." This statement reinforces your boundary and shows that you are serious about your limits. Setting boundaries might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're not used to it, but it gets easier with practice. The more you do it, the more natural it will feel. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect, and setting boundaries is a way of honoring yourself. It's a form of self-respect and self-care. By setting boundaries, you are taking control of your life and ensuring that your needs are met. This is essential for a healthy and balanced life. Section 6. Respecting boundaries. Recognizing when others say no. Just as you have a right to set boundaries, others have the right to set boundaries with you. Respecting other people's boundaries is just as crucial as setting your own. It shows that you value them and their feelings. Listen attentively when someone says no or expresses discomfort. Avoid dismissing their feelings or trying to guilt-trip them into changing their mind. Respect their decision, even if you don't agree with it. When you respect other people's boundaries, you build trust and strengthen your relationships. You create a safe space for open and honest communication. Section 7. The Art of Assertive Communication. Assertive communication is a key skill for setting and maintaining healthy boundaries. It's about expressing your needs and feelings clearly and respectfully, without being passive or aggressive. It's about finding the balance between honoring your own needs and respecting the needs of others. When communicating your boundaries, use clear and direct language. Avoid being vague or apologetic. It's okay to say no without explaining yourself. Remember, you're not asking for permission, you're stating your boundaries. Use confident body language, maintain eye contact, and speak in a calm and steady tone of voice. Self-care. The foundation of strong boundaries. Setting and maintaining boundaries requires a strong sense of self-worth. When you value yourself, you're more likely to prioritize your own needs and set limits with others. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential for maintaining your emotional well-being. Make time for activities that nourish your soul and bring you joy. Engage in regular exercise, eat a healthy diet, and get enough sleep. These practices help you feel grounded, centered, and better equipped to handle challenging situations. When you prioritize your own well-being, you have more to give to your relationships. You're able to show up as your best self. Navigating pushback. What to do when boundaries are tested. It's natural for people to test your boundaries, especially those who are used to getting their way. When this happens, stay calm and assertive. Reiterate your boundaries clearly and firmly. Avoid getting defensive or engaging in arguments. You might need to repeat your boundaries several times before they are respected. This is normal. Consistency is key. If someone continues to disregard your boundaries, you might need to reevaluate the relationship. You have the right to walk away from relationships that are not serving you. Remember, setting boundaries is not about changing other people. It's about taking care of yourself. You can't control how others react, but you can control your own response. The gift of boundaries. Fostering deeper connections. Setting boundaries might seem counterintuitive to building strong relationships, but it's actually the opposite. When you have healthy boundaries, you create space for more authentic and meaningful connections. When you're clear about your needs and limits, you attract people who respect you for who you are, not for what you can do for them. You build relationships based on mutual respect, trust, and understanding. Boundaries allow for greater intimacy and vulnerability in relationships. When you feel safe and secure, you're more likely to open up and share your true self. Your turn. Reflecting on your own emotional boundaries. Take some time to reflect on your own emotional boundaries. Are there areas in your life where you need to set stronger boundaries? What steps can you take to prioritize your own needs and well-being? Remember, setting boundaries is an ongoing process, not a one-time event. It takes practice, patience, and self-compassion. But the rewards are well worth the effort. Strong emotional boundaries are essential for living a happy, healthy, and fulfilling life. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe, like, and share this video to help others build healthy emotional boundaries too.